Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're all doing very well. This evening I'm going to be doing another movie review for you all. This movie is a drama / horror film from Denmark, Danish language, English subs, released in the year 2023, directed by David Noel Burke, and this film is called Vincent. So Vincent is about an ice cream truck driver named Vincent. He's a very strange man, but he's very friendly. He appears to be a very warm person, but he's hiding a dark secret that he hopes no one will ever find out. And so he comes across this teenager that has been bullied relentlessly. He has troubles in his family life as well, and he just wants to feel connected, and he gets that connection when Vincent takes him under his wing. Vincent starts to talk to him and they develop a very sweet friendship. But this friendship is going to be threatened because the outside world is going to do everything that they can in order to break this friendship up. So whether or not they do is something you're going to have to find out for yourself, because that's as far as I'm going with my synopsis. Now my thoughts on Vincent. This is a micro-budget production, and so for that you have to make a lot of allowances. These movies have issues that with a bigger budget would have been corrected, and so it's very difficult to review these types of movies. But the reason why I wanted to check out Vincent is because I've seen this director's other film called Baker Man. Baker Man was a micro-budget production, but that was actually really impressive because of the way that this director is able to tell a story. The way he executes his stories, I thought, was the best part of Baker Man, and so that's what I was hoping I was going to get with Vincent. So this is his latest movie, and I had my fingers crossed that this is going to be another impressive experience. And after watching Vincent, I will say that yes, I got exactly what I wanted. This is very impressive. It does have its issues, but the most impressive quality in Vincent is the most impressive quality in Baker Man, is that ability to tell a story that keeps you captivated without special effects, without action, just through script and character development. And so this director really knows how it is to actually relate to an individual. Although this individual is doing things that you're not quite sure of, you still feel as though you could befriend this individual. You have this teenager that you've seen, whether you've experienced bullying in your life or you've experienced relatives that have been through bullying. This is the character that I actually related to when I was a kid. I suffered from bullying, and so coming into this character I thought, okay, well, I see shades of myself in this person. And so these two people, when they strike up this friendship, it was basically the friendship of ostracized people that have been shunned by the outside world and finding comfort within each other. And so therefore I wanted this friendship to continue to evolve, and I didn't want the outside influences to corrupt this sense of innocence. And the movie does have that strong portrayal of innocence amongst a very dark world. You have issues that I thought, all right, well, where is this movie going? It could have gone down very dark avenues, but it does keep its very innocent and very sweet heart, and it's actually quite an uplifting story. And so it is a very dull production as far as cinematography is concerned, a very deliberate, very ominous tone that the film has, so you know that something bad is around the corner, but you're not quite sure whether or not it's all in your head or is something bad going to actually happen. And so the director does keep you with that sense of anticipation and that suspense through interactions between people instead of action. And so this is the prime example of not needing a mega budget to captivate an audience. And so for those of you who have an attention span, I definitely feel as though Vincent is a film that is going to strike you in a way that has a really impressive sort of feeling to it. So the acting was phenomenal, especially from Vincent and this boy. I thought they were very relatable people, but they were very damaged individuals, and so you want to know more about these people, and I thought these actors played these characters in a way that evolves. And so as they start to unravel, I thought as though, all right, I'm getting straight into what makes them the people that they are. And so there's a lot of intrigue in the film, and that captures you in a very fantastical sort of world. I thought as though it felt like a different dimension, but at the same time grounding it in reality within very relatable characters. So there are moments that I thought were actually quite disturbing, and I thought as though it keeps it on a knife's edge. You're not quite sure if it's going to go over into that sense of horror or if it's just going to stay within this character development sort of psychological drama. And I really liked that. I thought as though the director really had me on the edge of my seat without me knowing. And so that's something that I really, really liked. And so there are moments of violence, but they are few and far between. The movie is definitely relying on that relationship of the main two characters. And so that was by far the most impressive quality of Vincent. It's a superbly written film, superbly acted, and superbly directed. And so that was all very, very good. If I have issues with Vincent, the first issue is not necessarily me on a personal experience, but if you go into this movie when you see the trailer expecting a straight out horror experience, you're not going to like it. And I thought this is brave filmmaking, because he's taken that horror genre and he's turned it into something else. And so I thought that could have been hit and miss, and I really appreciate directors who are willing to put their neck on the line to say that, okay, if this doesn't work, I'm going to get my head chopped off, but if it works, it comes across as something that's brave and something that's very, very different. And so for me, that didn't affect the experience. I actually really liked the way it went down and told its story. But for those of you who are actually expecting something different, you're going to be disappointed by what you get. And so it promises something that doesn't necessarily deliver, but that's not a negative in my book, but it could be a negative in yours. If I have another issue with the film, is that it does captivate you with interest, but there's a certain level of bland quality to it. Now, the acting is great, the cinematography is great, but I just felt something was missing, and that thing that was missing was the gut punch. It just really needed to elevate itself. It never quite jumps off the platform. And so it doesn't quite spread its wings as much as I wanted it to. I just thought as though, all right, at the end of the film, it's not a movie that I necessarily want to go and watch again. And so because it just doesn't have that memorable quality. But a first-time experience, you will see a lot worse out there. This is an example of low-budget filmmaking done at its absolute best. But I just thought as though a little bit more punch, a little bit more oomph in the story would have actually made it a little bit more memorable. Having said that, that could be down to budget constraints. They didn't have a lot to play with. And so I just thought as though it was very intelligent filmmaking, but with a little bit more of a punch, it could have been a memorable film. But in the end, what it is impressive, but you're probably not going to remember it in the weeks after. So overall, for Vincent, going to give this one 3 stars. I thought that was captivating. It was everything that I wanted. Go out there and see it. Alright guys, that's it for my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you later.